Hi friends, happy Thursday. Welcome back to Math Today. Today for math, you will need your Envisions Math book. If you already have your pages torn out, the pages that you will need are pages 139 and 140, and then page 141 and 142. You will also need a pencil for today. So go ahead and pause the video and grab the materials that you need. All right, friends. Today for math, we're going to work on our learning target that says, I can count numbers 6 and 7 using a 5 frame. So we've been practicing writing our number 6 and writing our number 7, also counting both those numbers. So today we're going to do the same. We're going to practice counting, but we're going to use a resource that we've seen before but haven't used a ton. And this is our 5 frame. This is called a 5 frame because there are 5 boxes inside of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it helps us organize so that our brains and our eyeballs right away when we see it can understand and know how many of something are inside of them. So it's easy for us to look at quickly and know how many there are. If there are all 5 boxes filled, then we know that there are 5 things or 5 objects in that box. If there are 2 boxes filled and 3 of them are left open, we know that, oh, there's only 2 in there. So it just helps us understand better when we use this resource. So we're going to start on our Solve and Share page 139. And our directions say that Jackson's dog, Rex, has some balls on the red rug. Over here, if you see. It says to use the counters and draw a picture on the empty dog bed to show how many balls Rex has. Tell how you know you are correct. So let's first count and mark out how many balls we see on the red rug all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many did we count? 6. Now we're just going to use our pencil, but we're going to draw little circles to represent our balls to show that he has 6 on his dog bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now notice over here, just something to point out, there are 1, 2, 3 blue balls and 1, 2, 3 tennis balls. So all together he has 6, 3 in each group. Now we want to show how we know that there are 6, other than just marking them out. But let's double check to make sure we drew 6 over here first. So let's count and mark out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I drew 6. So now I want to show that I know there are 6 by using my 5 frame. So I'm going to draw 1 counter in each box to show that there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's definitely 5, but there's also 1 more than 5, which is 6. So down below my first box, I'm going to draw a circle to show that there's 6 altogether, which is made up of 5 and 1 extra. Okay? It'll start to make more sense the more that we use it, that 5 frame. Once you're finished with that, we're going to flip to the back. Okay, so using our 5 frame is also helping us before we start using something called a 10 frame. And when we use a 10 frame, it's the same thing as a 5 frame, except there are 10 boxes. But just like when we read, write, and count, we always go from left to right and top to bottom. That's why anytime that you have extras that don't fit in your 5 frame, we'll start back at the beginning of the next row. Okay? So let's take a look at our guided practice. Number 1, it says that we're going to draw counters to show how many there are of each animal. So let's first count and mark out the dogs to see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 dogs. Let's draw 6 counters, 1 in each box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. I need to go back at the beginning of the next row and draw 6. So I have 5 filled and 1 extra to make 6 altogether. Now I'm going to go over to the dogs over here. I'm going to count and mark out to see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now I'm going to fill in my 5 frame, drawing circles from left to right, 1 in each box, and then doing my leftovers back at the beginning of the next row. Let's make 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, I have 5 boxes and 1 extra. So right away my eyeballs can see that, oh, there's 6 dogs in this group all together. Okay, so now we're going to skip past page 141 because this is the page you're going to post to your teacher's Google Classroom. You're going to do the same thing that we're going to practice on the back side of this, where you're going to count each animal, and then you're going to fill in your 5 frame with counters to show how many. Where do you put your extras if you have more than 5? Back at the beginning of the next row. But remember, our learning target today is practicing counting 6 and 7. So you'll either have 6 in your group or you'll have 7. So let's flip to the back where we have red, green, and blue birds. We're going to start with our red birds first. Let's count and mark out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to fill in my 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the beginning of the next row. 6, 7. Notice I drew those 2 circles right below those boxes. I didn't draw them really big. I didn't color them in. I just drew little circles. So now I can see that 7 birds are right here. And I know that zippity quick because all 5 boxes are filled and there's 2 extras, which makes 7 altogether. Now let's count our green birds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's fill in our 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I have 6. So now I need to go back to the beginning of the next row and draw my extra. If we're going too fast at all, you can pause the video at any time to help yourself get caught up. Okay? Let's move on to the bluebirds. Let's count and mark out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I know with my eyeballs that if those 5 boxes are filled and there's 1 more, well, what's 1 more than 5? 6. If there's 2 more, what's 2 more than 5? 7. I know that because if I look at my number line, I'm just going to draw this for a second to show you. If I look at my number line and I find 5, if I move 2 spots on my number line, 1, 2, I see that it stops at number 7. So 2 more than 5 is 7. Okay? All right, now our challenger says that we're going to draw 6 or 7 eggs and then draw our counters to match. So let's do 7. So what is the shape of an egg? What could we use? An oval. So let's draw 7 ovals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count and mark them out to make sure that there are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now let's fill in our 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, I know that 7 is 2 more than 5. Very nice job counting to 6 and 7 today, friends. You are going to flip back to page 141 and complete this side just like we did the other side. Make sure to count and mark out first, and then fill in your 5 frame from left to right, top to bottom. Okay, and then post that to your teacher's Google Classroom. Great job today in math. I will see you for math again tomorrow.